Everyone's heard of the terrible twos, but that's that time when babies become toddlers and terrors at the same time. But not a lot of people tell you that it only gets worse. That's why Sarah Fader, the blogger of Old School New School Mom, is setting the record straight and saying 3-year-olds are assholes. Yes, you heard that right, and Sarah is here to tell us exactly why. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, 3-year-olds are assholes. You don't hear that every day.
Absolutely not. And I think the thing is, this is what people are thinking in their minds. You know, when your 3-year-old is throwing a cup at you because it's the wrong color, you're thinking you're an asshole, okay? And you don't want to say that to them directly, but you may think that in the privacy of your own bedroom or in the shower when you're frustrated as a parent. And I just want people to know that this is normal. It's okay to feel frustrated with your kids and think that they're assholes.
You write in this piece, after dealing with 2 3-year-olds in my house, I can tell you from experience that they're undeniably the hardest humans on the face of the planet to negotiate with. The reason? They don't give a fuck. How are 3-year-olds different than the terrible twos?
2-year-olds, 2-year-olds are like kamikaze pilots. They basically want to blow things up, and they have no plan. Now, when you get to 3, that's when they develop to full-on terrorists, basically. And they are diabolical.
Children look so sweet. They look so sweet. They don't look like full-on terrorists.
They're terrorists. And I'm just going to tell you, I love my children dearly with all my heart, but if you put a bunch of 3-year-olds together, they will blow up a building, okay? Because they are so smart and diabolical. But they're wonderful. I mean, 3 is a wonderful age. I just want to clarify to the people that have been critical of the language. This was a comical piece, and it was very tongue-in-cheek. And it was just, about sort of laughing at yourself. You have to be able to laugh at yourself as a parent. You have to be able to laugh at your children, because if you don't laugh, you're going to cry.
How do you manage the asshole behavior? In your piece, you talk about an experience where you will try to tell your daughter to put on a pair of pants, and she refuses because they are blue and she wants pink. There are no other pink pants, there are no clear pink pants. The pink pants don't exist, and she is adamant about the pink pants. What do? Do you just let her go pantsless?
I mean, we're a fan of pantsless Fridays in our house. Pants
I love
off.
a good pantsless
day,
any day of the week.
Listen,
really.
Comfort first. But if we have to go outside, I will put those whatever pants they are on her. And if she's going to scream, she's going to scream. And that's it. Look, we have to get going. And if you're going to behave in a way that is counterproductive to that, you're going to have to deal with whatever consequences come with that. We have to. It's cold. It's not the summertime. You can't wear shorts. You can't wear a tutu. We got to go outside. That's it.
I loved wearing tutus when I was 3 years old.
I know, they're fabulous.
That kid. I was absolutely that kid that wanted the tutu and the crown and the wand, and I wanted nothing else.
I love it.
See, I loved that too. I think that was a wonderful part of being 3 years old. Do you feel like when you were rounding out with your first child, when you were rounding out the terrible twos, you thought to yourself, great. 3rd birthday is going to be great. We're going to cruise on into just a wonderful couple of years, and you were totally unprepared for this.
I was like, I am out of the woods. People were telling me, 2-year-olds, they're out of control. They're so wild when, don't worry though, it's going to get better. Lies. Total lies. Stop telling people this, because it's not fair. When your kid turns 3, they become, you know what it is? They're so smart. 3-year-olds are so intelligent, they're learning, their brains are growing so rapidly, and they're developing language, all these fascinating things are happening, but they don't even know how to process it.
Do they know that they're driving you crazy?
Oh, they know. Oh, believe me, they know. I mean, it is like, they know, how to push your buttons because you're the parent. So they know you so well, and they know they're driving you crazy and they're loving it. I mean, part of it is like understanding and pushing boundaries, and it's appropriate. It's developmentally appropriate. I'm a teacher as well. So, I work for schools, and I see tantrums all the time. It's right. I mean, this is what kids are supposed to do. It doesn't make it less frustrating.
What were some of just the absolute worst things that either one of your children, when they were 3, did where you just really thought you were just going to lose your mind?
Let me tell you a funny story. One day, we were downstairs in my parents' apartment, and it was a little too quiet. I went to check my email because I'm human, and I come back, and my children went into the kitchen and took a giant container of cornstarch and poured it all over the flat screen television. I was going to lose my mind. I was like, what the hell just happened? This is crazy. I didn't even know, I was like, this is so crazy, I don't even know how to punish you. I just started laughing, hysterically.
Yeah, what do you do in a situation like that? Because it's one thing to do something to the TV, it's another thing to pull something out of the kitchen, but to put these two random things together in a way that is just so wrong, what do you do?
It was genius. I was like, you guys are geniuses. I really, it was so diabolical. I could not even believe that they were capable of such insanity. We laughed so hard, and then I made him clean them up. I was like, you're cleaning it up. You've got to clean it up. So we just cleaned it up, and we laughed while we were doing it, and they took baths, and it was like, okay, whatever, just don't do it again. My dad was so angry, though. I sent him a picture, and he's like, this is not funny. I am not amused. But
so grandparents aren't on board with the evil genius that is the 3-year-old.
No, it's so interesting because I told my dad, this is very funny. I told my dad I was writing this piece, and he was like, are you sure you want to write it? He's not a fan of the profanity. He's kind of old school, But I was like, Dad, it's deeper. It's deeper than the word. This is, again, to reiterate, this is about giving parents a voice.